So let's face the facts. Saving money never gets easier. Like, there are so many other things I feel like I'd rather do with my money than have some money set aside to save. But I also recognize that if I don't save, I'm gonna be pissed because I have been laid off before. I have left a toxic job before, and those things happened way earlier than they should have, you know? So I'm gonna talk about a secret strategy that's not so secret that I feel like you should be using to save more money, and that is a high yield savings account. And high yield savings accounts mean so much to me because I truly believe in paying yourself first. You know, we work 40 hours a week, we work 40 years, 50 years for these companies, and ultimately they don't care about us. You know, like, we are literally just a number. And that's not to say that your supervisor doesn't care, your colleagues doesn't care, but if it comes down to the business continuing to profit and you being there, they gonna always choose the business to profit, you know? So they are essentially paying themselves first, protecting themselves first. And I want you to think about yourself as a company and protecting yourself and paying yourself first. And that's what a high yield savings account can help you do, you know? And if you haven't heard of a high yield savings account, just think of this as a traditional savings account, but it has a higher annual percentage yield. So an APY, also known as an annual percentage yield, is what banks or borrowers pay you to, you know, lend your money, versus interest, which is what you pay as the borrower to a lender. So it's basically the opposite. You know, just think about your student loans, for example. If you have an interest rate of 4% on a $50,000 loan, you're having to pay that 4% every month, or every payment that you make. They're building in whether you're paying the loans or not, versus an APY, annual percentage yield, which is what a bank will pay you to hold your money in their institution. So there's huge benefits to it, that being the biggest one. And it makes saving a little easier. I don't think, again, it never gets easier, but if I'm thinking about, you know, getting a rental car for an upcoming trip, you know, which is something I literally just thought about, versus putting the money away for a duplex purchase that I'm looking to make next year, I'm going to choose the duplex, because if I put it in this account and the balance is $1,000, but then there's a 4% interest rate, at the end of the month, assuming that doesn't change, my balance is now $1,040 versus the $1,000 starting balance, and I didn't have to do anything for that money. It's literally the beauty of like compounding interest without it being an investment. And that is everything to me, because I believe that we all work hard. We all spend a lot of time at our 9-to-5s, and we don't want to have to get another job. I used to have 2 to 3 jobs at a time. Like, I hope to never have to get to that point again, and I want to help you avoid getting to that point by creating strategy for your money so that you can actually make more of it without trading your time for it, without getting side jobs, without investing in risky situations. Like, we want to be free to enjoy our actual money. So that is why I love high yield savings accounts. I've used them for many, many reasons, such as saving for my house, saving for a trip, saving for my emergency savings, things like that. There's so many, you know. It's not a traditional piggy bank. I think of traditional savings accounts as piggy banks, but this is literally as great as an investment could be without it being an actual investment, you know? So if you are someone who's very hesitant of like investing, or you feel like you don't have enough money, you understand the power of savings, but your savings not growing, because I don't know if y'all checked y'all APYs for some of these traditional savings accounts, but they're often 0.005, 0.004, versus a high yield savings account, especially the one that I use, which is Marcus by Goldman Sachs. It is at 4.40% at the time of this recording, and it may change, and if it does, I'll make sure to update it, because it's been trickling up, and the higher it gets, the better the news is for us. So imagine, you know, saving more dollars. Imagine earning $40 without doing anything, you know? That is the power of a high yield savings account. And then there are 3 reasons why you should prioritize moving your money into a high yield savings account. And number 1 is that you will be beating inflation. So the beauty of high yield savings accounts is, again, the interest rates that they provide are variable, which means that they adjust according to what's happening in the economy, within the market. And often they are outpacing inflation. So imagine if you left your $10,000 in a traditional savings account with the APY that never changed versus a high yield savings account that changes according to what's happening in the economy at an interest rate or an APY of 4.50%. That means that every month, assuming that, that APY didn't change, your money and the balance, in that account is earning 4.50. Now imagine if it gets to 5.50, 6.60, that means it's a higher amount that you're earning for no reason. You don't have to log in and change the numbers. You don't have to be hands-on. You literally just move that money over there and watch it grow freely. And that is amazing. So like beating inflation is key. So think of it as if your money is staying ahead of the game and growing faster than the cost of living. And we all know that the cost of living is increasing like crazy. Like, I wish it would go down. Number 2 is that it is not a risky investment. In fact, it's not an investment at all. Savings accounts are just that, savings. So if you aren't confident, about investing, or you just aren't ready, you want to kind of build up a little cushion, because I believe in having 6 months of savings before you do anything from an investing perspective, including home buying. This is a great place to start building that cushion. It's also a great place, like I said, to save for a future home, to save your emergency savings, to save for a trip. Because if you start with a balance of $200 and you keep adding $200 into there, and then the interest rate stays stagnant at 4.5 or goes up to 5, that means that $200 is earning 4.5% every month. And that's about, I don't know how much that is, probably about $20. But again, a balance of $200 versus an ending balance of $220 with you having nothing to do with it is a game changer. Imagine if you continue to add to $200 every month, then you're going to be killing the game, baby. You're going to be able to enjoy your life, be cute on vacation, go wherever you want to go, and not have to worry about if you have the money to be there. So it's not a risky investment. Your money is earning interest without the ups and downs of like the stock market. So it's like growing wealth without sort of the acrobatics, essentially, of like the stock market, which I still believe in. But I feel like if you're very if it's like a beginner friendly person that's watching this and you're not quite ready to invest, like I said, and you want to just save a little more money, this is the place to start, a high yield savings account. And then 3rd is that, watching your money grow is fun. Like I mentioned, like I love being able to see my money grow without me having to do nothing for it. Because I then take that money, I plug it into something on my spending plan, and a spending plan is key to all of this. I feel like you need to start with a spending plan, which is essentially a budget. And if you haven't watched my latest video on, how a spending plan has helped me, please check it out. I will link it somewhere on the screen. But there are so many benefits to understanding like where your money is going. It empowers you to say, okay, I'm spending too much here. I'm not spending enough here. I don't have enough saved here. Let me adjust this. And then the high yield savings account just comes in, and that extra interest that you're earning can now be brunch money. That extra interest that you're earning can now be Amazon money. That extra interest that you're earning can now be, the outfit for the upcoming trip you have. That $40 can go a long way. And imagine if you get to a balance of like $40,000, then you earning, with a 4.5 interest rate, you're earning $200, $300 a month. That opens the door to a completely new line item on your spending plan, which can potentially be a new car, a new house, something that's gonna make you money. So if you want the spending plan, and I created it specifically for 9-to-5 girls, but if you're a 9-to-5 guy, if you're an entrepreneur, it still is beneficial. But a lot of the line items on there are unique to some of the things that we have to deal with as it relates to being a 9-to-5 or a corporate person. So download that for free at the link in my description. It's a game changer, and it comes with a video on actually how to set up your spending plan that is effective and not restrictive, because I don't want you to look at it and feel like, okay, now I can't live my life. No, there's freedom and joy, that comes with knowing where your money is going and allowing your money to work for you. And that's essentially what the spending plan is. So yes, no risky investing, but your money is going to grow, and that's always a great thing to see. And then third and final is that, I actually already discussed the third one, which is watching your money grow is fun, so not having to work for it, tired of taking forever for your account to actually grow to a certain amount. Like, I know what that was like. I had a traditional savings account. I still do, but I rarely use it, but I had that for longer than I had the high yield savings account. And I'm like, how come nobody is talking about these? I could be so much further along if somebody told me about a darn high yield savings account. My mom didn't know about that. She knew about bonds, which essentially is the same thing, but high yield savings accounts are actually outperforming bonds as well, and it has less of a risk. You can get your money out a lot quicker, so check it out, check it out. Again, I use Marcus. It often has higher interest rates. They've only been climbing up and not going down, which is a good thing. So you can have joy and know that, okay, I'm putting my money into this account and I know that it's going to grow. Unless the market hits the fan, then it's not going to grow, but we're going to assume the best, and move forward. So that is why you should pay yourself first. And that is the account that you should use to pay yourself first. And again, if you need my spending plan to iron all this out and figure out where you can get this $50 to put into your high yield savings account, download it. It is free. It is linked in my description. And I have so many other accounts that I'm planning to go over the course of these next couple of months that are going to help you to maximize your 9-to-5 so that you don't feel like you don't have no money and that you feel like you can actually accomplish your goals and your hopes and your dreams and not stretch yourself or sacrifice your lifestyle to do it. So thank you so much for watching. Comment below and let me know if you have a high yield savings account and who your high yield savings account is with. And let me know something that you're working toward or saving toward, or just a general goal that you have as it relates to, this year and how your finances can help you accomplish it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.